Troop deaths and injuries in Ukraine war near 500,000, U.S. officials say. Turkey hosted the first-ever independent Circassian event. It has been speculated that Turkish conference advocating an independent Circassia risks upsetting Russia. Ozempic shortage expected in Canada, says manufacturer. WHO aspartame safety panel linked to alleged Coca-Cola front group. 1 month ago, WHO's Cancer Research Agency said aspartame sweetener a possible carcinogen. Excavation after 14 anomalies detected at former residential school site found no evidence of graves. Recently, a Anishinaabe nation in Manitoba prepared to excavate over 14 anomalies. AI-created art isn't copyrightable, DC court says in ruling that could give Hollywood studios pause.
In Japan, market for sun umbrellas for men increases as summer heats up. Blue light blocking glasses may not actually help with fatigue, eye strain, or sleep quality.
In India's Delhi, 30% of breast cancer cases found in women under 40 years, as per AIIMS study. French government wants to inject domain blocking lists directly into web browsers. Article 6 para 2 and 3 of the SREN bill would force browser providers to create the means to mandatorily block websites present on a government-provided list. It is reported that such a move will provide a playbook for authoritarian governments that will easily negate the existence of censorship circumvention tools.
UK credit card company, payment processor Checkout.com dumps Binance over money laundering concerns. OpenCN's support for Binance's BNB Smart Chain, BSC-NFT, focuses resources on Layer 2's future. In the past, OpenSea had integrated BNB Chain to boost NFT experience for users and creators. Convict Olympian Oscar Pistorius taking fight for parole to Constitutional Court.
Federal workers in San Francisco told to work remotely for the foreseeable future because local crime is so bad. Bruce Springsteen has been taken ill, postpones 2 concerts with the E Street Band.
2,000-year-old arch in Caesarea aqueduct collapses in Israel.
Bolsonaro's mounting legal troubles raise prospect of his arrest. Delaware judge dismisses Hunter Biden misdemeanor tax charges.
Lukashenko admits that part of Russian troops invaded Ukraine from Belarus. U.S. allows transfer of Danish and Dutch F-16 warplanes to Kyiv. Biden to sign strategic partnership deal with Vietnam in latest bid to counter China in the region. Representative Ocasio-Cortez calls on U.S. to declassify documents on Chile's 1973 coup. 16 police officers in Israel accused of beating Palestinian detainee, branding him with Star of David on his cheek while not a single camera was working. Cruise robotaxi collides with fire truck in San Francisco, leaving 1 injured. Last week, a driverless cruise vehicle in San Francisco drove right into wet concrete and got stuck after seemingly mistaking it for a regular road. It ain't got a brain, Cruise told by regulators to immediately reduce robotaxi fleet 50% following crash. WeWork announces 1 for 40 reverse stock split to retain New York listing, and plunges another 11% after announcing it. Sega has completed its acquisition of mobile games developer Rovio, known with Angry Birds.
Several vaccinations, including DAP-TD, HZ, and pneumococcal, are associated with a reduced risk for developing Alzheimer's disease in adults 65 and older. Facial attractiveness, but not facial masculinity, is used as a cue to paternal involvement in fathers. Spike-specific neutralizing antibody activity was significantly lower after contralateral vaccination on the other arm than the first shot, despite similar quantities of spike-specific IgG and avidity between the groups.
West Ham star Lucas Paqueta is being investigated by the FA for potential betting breaches, as his £70 million transfer to Man City collapses, but midfielder denies placing bets in Brazil himself. West Ham midfielder withdrawn from Brazil squad amid FA and FIFA betting investigation. Pixel Watch 2 pops up with Snapdragon W5, 2GB RAM, Wear OS 4, OnePlus Ace 2 Pro announced with 24GB RAM, 150W charging, and a screen that works when wet. Amazon tries to boost its TikTok-like shopping feed by asking influencers to submit videos for $25 each, but the low rate is being mocked on social media. Cost of gallium peaks after Chinese export restrictions land to key chip-making materials of germanium and gallium. Jim Farley dares other auto execs to race him in the 2025 Ford Mustang GTD, Lamborghini Lancer crossover concept previews, an exotic high-riding EV, coming in 2028. In Miami Seaquarium, after half-century in captivity, orca Lolita dies at 57, after 2 days of serious signs. The Big Short investor Michael Burry, the trader who predicted 2008 financial crisis, bets $1.6 billion on stock market crash by end of 2023. Chinese regulator announces raft of policies to boost vitality, efficiency and appeal of stock market investors' confidence in response to Politburo meeting. Saudi Arabia's city of future, the NEOM city enlists Dutch greenhouse company to grow crops in desert.
Former Napoli boss Luciano Spalletti becomes ninth Italy coach this century. Markgraf out as U.S. Soccer's women's GM after 4 years.
California launches digital IDs on iPhone, but without Apple Wallet support. Also, Apple's DSA-approved digital ID is already live in 4 states.